everyone. Welcome to our last director interview series for this year's FLCS. I'm your Undersecretary General of Public Relations. My name is Danielle Villar, and with me today is Fred Kolb. So how are you today, Fred?
Doing good. Very excited to be here. How are you, Danielle?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah. So why don't you just tell me a little bit about yourself, since we know you can't really talk too much about, what's going to be awaiting this year's Ad-hoc.
All right. Well, I'm Fred Kolb, as she said already. I graduated a couple months ago from UF. I was actually the Secretary General of FLCS V, so I have a pretty good connection with this conference, and I'm really excited about being back now to direct another committee. Right now I work in Jacksonville for Deutsche Bank, so I'm not too far away from Gainesville. I like coming back from time to time, especially since our football team is doing great this season. So yeah, still very passionate about Mall UN, and very happy that I get to do this one more time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this is our first Ad-hoc ever for FLCS.
That's
so
right.
What inspired you to do an Ad-hoc this year?
When I was Secretary General of FLCS V, we started doing the 24 committee at that conference, and in a lot of ways that was the Ad-hoc committee for that conference. It had a very unique setup, had a lot of different twists to it, had some very experienced delegates in it, but now this is the third time we're doing the 24 committee at this conference, so I thought we should try something a little bit different, something new, something that resembles a more traditional ad hoc committee, where the background guide isn't posted until shortly before the conference, and where the topic itself is going to be very unique and something that delegates usually don't tackle at other conferences. So I tried to pick something that they will likely never encounter again, certainly haven't seen before.
Right.
So I'm really excited to actually reveal the topic to them a week before the conference and see what the reaction is. I hope they're just as enthusiastic about it as I am.
Yeah. And what do you think are some things that delegates can kind of like think about or prepare for, like before the background guide is actually posted?
It's always the interesting thing about ad hoc committees that obviously you won't have to do as much research, you can't do as much research. And what I really wanted to do for this committee is I wanted to do something that doesn't require a lot of research. A lot of ad hoc committees tend to still be set in history or even in present day. And I wanted to make sure that wasn't the case. I don't want delegates to come in with a distinct advantage. I want everybody to be on the same playing field. So I can say this much, it's going to be a committee that is set in the real world, so to speak, but there are going to be some twists to it. It's not going to be quite the same business as usual things that you might expect. So just be ready for anything, and once the background guide is actually out, I really encourage people to think a little bit about their positions, what it is their positions would do in this setting, and especially what they will not be able to do in crisis. Because a lot of times you will do really crazy things with your notes, and in this committee, that is something I will probably try to discourage to an extent.
Okay. And what are you looking forward to the most?
Just to see how people play their positions.
Yeah.
Once again, it's not your typical kind of Mall UN committee where you can go all out and try pretty much everything until something sticks. I'm really curious how people use their portfolio powers, work with each other, and also what the final product is going to be that the committee puts on, so to speak.
All right, and what would you say is your favorite FLCS memory? Since you've been around since FLCS 3 as Secretary General, what would you say is your favorite memory?
That's a really good question, actually. There are a couple of them, but I think when it comes down to it, it's just the fact that I've played so many different roles on FLCS now. When we first started my freshman year, I was actually a delegate in a 1984 type committee. My second year, I was an assistant director, I was chairing. Then my third year, I got to be the Secretary General. And then my fourth year, I got to direct the Joint Crisis. So I have a lot of involvement with this conference. I'm really passionate about it. I'm really happy that it's grown so much and that it's in its 5th edition now. And again, I'm just really looking forward to see what this year brings for FLCS.
Yeah, and just to kind of like end it off on like a little fun fact, what's been your favorite thing thus far since you've graduated from the University of Florida?
I would love to say something that happened at work, but I work at a bank, so there's a lot of client confidentiality.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say it was us blowing out Ole Miss
Yeah.
at the Swamp a couple months ago. I got to come back for that game. A lot of alumni were in town,
Yeah.
people I graduated with, hadn't seen in a few months. And it was just an insane experience.
Yeah.
After 4 years of subpar football,
Yeah.
finally to put on a big game like that, huge victory with a lot of my friends to experience that. That was just amazing.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see many more of those games this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, of course. And thank you for everyone who's been watching. Unfortunately, this will be our last director interview series for now. So thank you guys for watching, and again, as usual, I'll be posting all the social media links down below. So thank you.